Let's work out. Work out all day, really, technically, and come home and work out some fucking more and figure out problems nonstop and deal with people who don't want to show up for their goddamn appointments that they're asking to make. Just fucking outrageous. I feel like I'll get no love from the peanut gallery on this one because generally people just want to fucking plan things whenever they fucking want at their goddamn convenience, show up at any fucking time they want, cancel at their goddamn convenience. You know, why call ahead? Why plan? Why like think about the other person and what they're like constantly trying to do? Just fuck them up. Just fuck them up. Fuck them up. Oh, I don't feel like it. That's the crazy fucking thing. When I really think about it, it's how much and how often people are just like, I don't want to. I just don't feel like it. The fuck? Who the fuck cares if you feel like it? Do your goddamn workout. Do whatever the fuck you said you were going to do. Like, stop just being like, I don't wanna. I just don't wanna. I just don't feel like it. Nobody fucking feels like doing anything. God damn it. Had an amazing doing some woodworking today and thought I would involve my nephews. Bought them smocks, bought them gloves, bought them a tarp, and put everything down to make sure they wouldn't make a mess. Watch them like a fucking hawk and constantly like keep that fucking tarp up there. Keep your gloves on. Keep your smock going. Tuck your smock. I don't want you to wreck your clothes. It's not that big a deal if you get some stain on your skin or something. We can wash that off. But if you get some wood stain on your pants, they're now wood stain color. And we made it to the finish line. And I said, okay, just sit there. I'm going to put all these dirty things in a garbage pile and come back and get you out. Walk to the garbage, walk back. Like, we're talking not 10 feet. Walk back. The younger one had gotten mad at the older brother for accidentally getting a drop of stain on him and had retaliated by slapping him in the face with a rag full of stain. So half his face was now cherry red wood stain color. And he's just like, this is great. And I'm like, holy crap. And, now it's splashed everywhere and they're, struggling to get out of their shit and getting it on my pants and shit too. Like, we were at the fucking finish line. We were there. We were fucking there. And then had to go, like scrub it off of them. Like get some detergent, get some killer shit and scrub it off. It's not like it doesn't come off, but they're children. So they don't like want their skin to be roughly abraded. You're like I remember my dad would just scrub us, just rub us red and raw to get us fucking clean if we had paint and shit on us, but I'm sitting there with a scrubber and detergent and trying to just, like undo the damage that was like right fucking there. Like we were done. It's like they did everything I didn't want them to do in one maneuver, like one fell swoop of stupidity. I feel like there was something I said 2 days ago that was like, tomorrow I'm going to give advice on XYZ, and then I didn't do it out of some weird sidetrack they came here to talk about, and then now I can't remember what it was. I remember being like, I didn't talk about the thing. I know this, like, keep on top of your goddamn, like, keep all of your forms and receipts and payments and information you get from the hospitals and the imaging centers and the insurance, everybody involved, because here we are in April, and from the beginning, way back in the beginning of December, when I had my MRI, they've like sent a thing that's like, we've declined your MRI on behalf of the insurance. And I'm like, what the MRI already had? What does this mean? There's no explanation what it means. Like, it doesn't say like what the consequences are of this. It sure as shit can't un-MRI me. That shit exists, and my doctor already used it to repair the clearly damaged tendon. So the paperwork is like 12 pages long, basically just saying like we don't approve it. Of course, they've got like a third party involved. Like, oh well, we don't do the disputes. We hire a company to do the disputes on behalf of us with them involving. So there's the MRI company, the dispute resolution company, the insurance company, and they're essentially saying they don't believe my surgeon, or the surgeon didn't submit enough information for the claim. So I'm like, why is there those 4 people and me involved? Why are there 5 fucking people involved? For something that also is just clearly incorrect, because that MRI place had its head up its goddamn ass. I scheduled the thing, and they're like, it'll be on like Thursday at this location, and then they kept like bouncing me around to different locations, and then being like, you know, what's your like code? Could you give us your insurance code again? Could you tell us what doctor it is? Oh, the doctor hasn't told us yet. I call the doctor office, and they're like, yeah, we told them. And then call them back, and they're like, oh yeah, the doctor did tell us. And then they would call me back and be like, the doctor hasn't told us. And then when I showed up for the MRI, as I was getting ready for the MRI, I got a call from them saying, hey, do you want to schedule an MRI? And I'm like, well, I'm here to do the one I have scheduled with you. And they're like, oh, well, that's great. Then it's just a computer glitch. Great. Yeah, the documentation basically says that my surgeon didn't submit like enough information. There may be specifics to it that I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm not a surgeon. I'm not a physician. I don't understand what this says, but it does say the physician like insufficient. This is the same physician who, you know, cut my arm open and reattached the tendon. So I hope that's enough proof. Maybe you can't like back route the proof. Like, we need to MRI him because we need to cut him open and attach the tendon. And you can't like approve the MRI by being like, no, we did the surgery and attached his tendon. I don't know. There's some kind of racket where physicians are ordering MRIs for people who don't have a distal tendon rupture, and they're making money off this or something. I don't fucking know. Luckily, I have all the information. And the sheet is like, hey, you know, you can dispute this by mail, or you can dispute it by phone, or maybe you should just have your physician like call us, which to me implies like we fucked this up so much that really it's best if we just talk to a physician, because the physician will be like, yeah, no fucking shit, I sent it to you, dipshits. Or maybe this is like, we don't approve the MRI you didn't show up for because you got the other one and we were calling you to show up for one, and you were going to one, and so you were like, in our system you had 2, or some dumb shit. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what counts as like proof for them. I had giant, like, you know, welts and bruises all over my arm when I was there. I don't know that anyone wants to like crawl into a machine for like 30 minutes and just sit there and be like tortured. Like when I went for my MRI, they were like, it would be best if you laid on your side. I was like, sure. Lay it on my side. They get you all prepped. They put like a bunch of weights on your arm to like sandbags and shit, so that your arm doesn't move around, so you keep it nice and still for the imaging. And then they hit a little button and you like slide in like you're on an oven tray. And I slide in and it was like bonk, bonk, bonk. I'm like on my side, tump, perp, perp, hitting the giant MRI like half, you know, the pipe of the MRI. And the guy's like backing me out and smashing me in and backing me out and smashing me in. And he's like, I don't know, it won't go in. And he's like, are you, like, what's going on? I'm like, well, you're smashing me into the machine. And he's like, oh, yeah, I guess you're too big for the machine. You'll have to, like, lay on your stomach. I'm like, this is just clearly obvious when, like, a 6'4" man, like, walks in and it's just his shoulder is like, conk, conk, conk. There's, like, another, like, 4 inches of shoulder, man. So, whatever. Got on my stomach and had them do it, and it was done. And then now they're like, I don't know if you should have got that. And I'm like, oh, for the giant surgery that costs, you know, $35,000 or something, you know. fucking nuts. Just fucking nuts. Drives me up the goddamn wall. Don't want to think about things that were like, they're just clearly fuck ups on their part in whatever goddamn angle that it's a fuck up. Whether it's the scheduling issue and they had multiple there, or they lost the thing because they were calling over and over like, hey, can the doctor send his request? Like, yeah, he did already. You're the ones not negotiating the shit. It's because, of course, they're a distributed bullshit fucking company. Like, they do all the like scheduling in like Texas, but they have places in like San Francisco and LA and crap, and they have to call back and forth. I remember calling the MRI place, and was it the MRI place? I think it was the MRI place where their phone system was just broken. So at some point, I called them to navigate their phone tree, and it just went straight to a person, and they were like, hi, like, they knew who I was and my birthday and everything I was calling about, and I'm like, I just called a number, and you picked up on, like, the second ring, and you know everything about me. That's weird and creepy. Also, why don't you have a fucking phone tree? You did yesterday. And yesterday, it didn't work at all. You couldn't get through it at all. So, shrug? Like, what are you doing? So, yes, keep all your forms. Keep all your shit. Keep on them. I still haven't got St. Mary's. St. Mary's filed with the wrong insurance company. They just pushed the insurance through as, like, Blue Cross. And I have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas. They're just like, Blue Cross. And they're like, oh, it all comes from the same bucket. And nope. That shit, they haven't gotten their fucking money. And the only reason I care is because if it shows up on my shit, I pay less money down the road because I've already paid. I paid them money. They think they got paid, but they haven't. And in the part where they got paid, if that hit my out of pocket, I wouldn't be paying anymore. So I'm waiting for my benefit on that. They've only got like a third of the money they want too. So it behooves them to get it right. So keep all your goddamn paperwork, and I'll see you tomorrow.